Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and 3 toes. I will beat your ass.
One Ass Cheek, 3 Toes with your host, Brian B. Strilla.
The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy, we shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents, this mine, the moment is, run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some, the skill is by one, y'all done.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
What up, doe? Welcome to the One Ass Cheek, 3 Toes. I'm your host, B. Strilla, and I also have Nate the Great, which is my co-host for the other One Ass Cheek, 3 Toes for the Lions edition at Sunday at 4 p.m. for right now until the season starts. Say what up to the people there, Nate.
What up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I guess I'm doing the best I possibly can right now. We're having technical problems here with our Huddle Sports Network. Again, I apologize for that. I think it's just something in the link. I got a number off, or I don't know what's going on, to tell you the truth.
Technology at its finest, my man.
However, we are here, so we got another, 45 minutes to go. Let's do this. So we got a lot more free agents signings and trades and all that crap going on. Bear with me a moment because I'm going to bring stuff up here. I've been behind here because of this whole situation, but we'll get together. I already have the page etched into my memory. So right, that we got going on here. All right. So far today, the Cowboys are bringing back wide receiver Turpin on a 3-year deal. The Browns add pass rush help with linebacker Joe Tyron Shoyinka, whoever that is. And the Ravens haven't made any moves today. San Francisco released Leonard Floyd. San Francisco's in a dump mode right now. Kind of feels like Seattle all over again. Yeah. The Texans re-signed safety MJ Stewart. And DL Williams, Mario Williams is going back to the Texans on a 2-year deal for $9.5. Commander, this ought to be interesting to you, Nate. Commanders agreed to terms with safety Will Harris. Remember, he played for the Panthers last year. So since they lost Jeremy Chin to the Raiders, they're putting Will Harris back there. Good luck with that, Washington. It's the reason why we got rid of him. Anyway, actually, no, he was on New Orleans last year. My bad. Texans signed left guard Laken Tomlinson. Texans are weird right now with they're bringing in offensive linemen, but they're not as good as the ones that they're letting go. I don't understand that whole situation. Panthers released Miles Sanders, by the way. Ex-Chargers cornerback Fulton gets a 2-year deal with the Chiefs, Christian Fulton. So Kansas City's trying to get that back end straightened out because they really didn't. I mean, the only person they had on there, was that rookie that they had last year. Okay. He's going to be there in 5 minutes. And Nate dropped off because Nate has some stuff to do. He's at work. He just got on just to be on, helping me out there. The Dolphins will bring back linebacker Quentin Bell. He's signed to 1 year, $1.5 million. Greenlaw went to Denver, by the way. The Dre Greenlaw from San Francisco. I think Denver is trying to get all the San Francisco players they possibly can. This is a laugher. Texans land CJ Gardner Johnson from the Eagles for an offensive lineman for Green, which this is a shocker. But I want to see if CJ starts making fun of Philadelphia again, even though he won a Super Bowl with him, because nobody likes you, CJ. Let's see. Defensive tackle Solomon Thomas heading back to Dallas with a 2-year deal of $8 million. Daniel Jones is going to the Colts. And cornerback Marco Wilson is going to be brought back by the Bengals for a 1-year, $1.452 million contract. The Vikings got a bolster to the offensive line after they just signed somebody from the Colts. This is Will Fries, offensive lineman, 26 years old, pretty good guy. Got him to a 5-year, $88 million deal. Ex-Falcons safety Richie Grant landed with San Francisco. Defensive back Elijah Campbell is re-signing with the Dolphins for a 1-year, $1.9 million deal. And let's see what else we got. This one I did not see. Falcons to add ex-Raiders linebacker Divine Diablo. That guy's a pretty good linebacker. The Falcons got one on there. So they agreed to terms. The terms weren't available. Safety Melifano, who was with the Lions last year, Iffy. He agreed to a 1-year, $4 million contract with the Miami Dolphins. Basically, probably to back up because they lost Holland. So yeah, there we go. And let's see. Other than that, yep, that's where we stand at the free agency. And let's see. Oh yeah, by the way, the Carolina Panthers did get a Travion Moorhead as a safety. They think the price is a little bit too high for them, but their defense needs a little bit of help. But it's cool. They're Carolina's trying to make some moves. Unfortunately, the Patriots threw more money at the defensive tackle Milton than the Carolina Panthers did, so that's why he went to Patriots. Let's see. Other than that, though, I hope everybody's day is going good. I would like to thank Sonia Pearson because she's helping me out. Like Nate, again, my buddy, helping me out. I have not heard any word from my compadres at Huddle Sports yet, but I'm sure they're all busy right now. We will get this back on Huddle Sports Network. Fortunately, it is going to be on YouTube. I did post this to my Facebook page, so anybody that is in that area can do this. Let's see, where am I at here? Bear with me just a momento. And okay. All right. So we are back again. I'm sorry, guys. I just made my Facebook page public. It was on private. I've had a lot of issues with that as well. It's, 2025. What's up, Ricky? I'm glad to have you on here. Again, Sonia. All right. So we got one. Okay, there we go. We got one. I will be expecting Robbie the Yinser DeFeo on here shortly, hopefully. He did say he was running a little bit late, so I'm going to get him up on here to see his view of the Pittsburgh Steelers and what they're doing. They're quarterbackless right now. Well, I mean, they got quarterbacks, but, they're third string quarterbacks, basically. Other than that, there's really not a lot going. It kind of slowed down a little bit. Remember, tomorrow is the official day everybody can sign free agents. Right now, we're in the tampering period. As far as I'm concerned, for the Lions, we're losing some people. We gained one person with DJ Reed. He was an step up from CD, Carlton Davis. I think he's only given up the most in his whole career, 2 touchdowns per season. That's the most. He hasn't had less than a 70 PFF. And what's up, Dan? What's going on, buddy? Dan the man. And just let you know that, there's Nate again. Hold on. Let me bring on Nate.
Hey, man. Sorry. I lost you there.
Oh, you're good, buddy. Yeah, we know. I told the people that you were doing your thing. So what do you think about the free agency so far?
I mean, it's expected. A player's going to get overpaid. A lot of fan bases are drinking the Kool-Aid right now, i.e. the Bears, thinking that they're going to win the offseason again, but probably lose in the fall. I mean, it's all about fit and it's all about feel, with these players. And a lot of these GMs are reaching on players. A lot of these GMs are making smart moves to fit their team. So, it's just expected. I mean, money's going to get thrown out there because teams are desperate, that they need to spend that cap money, and they need to improve their team better so their fan base doesn't, jump off the cliff. So, I mean, the good teams are just going to take their time. I mean, we're Lions fans. People need to just relax and realize that we're not going to be a team that's going to spend a lot of money on players and overpay for players. That's just not our MO. It's never been our MO since Dan and Brad took over. It won't change. They're going to make smart moves that fit the team culture, just like the DJ Reed. That makes perfect sense. It's like a glove that fits the hand. Need a cornerback to cover.
Yeah,
smart guy.
And again, Dan.
I lost it. B, can you hear me?
But anyway, yeah, Dan the man, he's a Giants fan. Dan, what's going on with you, man? I mean, how you think the Giants are doing with yours? Hit me back with some comments, man, about how you think your Giants are doing. Yeah. I'm back.
I'm sorry you're a Giants fan. It's a rough time to be a Giants fan, man. That's for damn sure.
Hey, look at Ron Thomas. What's going on, Ron? This is an Atlanta Falcon fan. I'm sorry I have to say that to you because Sonia's a Carolina Panther fan. She's
yeah.
She don't like Atlanta. So
how's he feeling about Penix?
Yeah, how you feel about Penix, Ron? Sonia seems to think that Penix is not going to be the real deal. I think Penix is pretty good, to tell you the truth.
Penix is going to be good. Yeah.
I just think that Atlanta just went about that whole situation the wrong way. I think they went in there with feelers on, and they didn't do a very good job. They just went in the draft like, I don't know, I don't care what we're going to do. They didn't have a plan, put it that way. You got Kirk Cousins, but all of a sudden Penix falls there, and they're like, oh, let's go get Penix. Dude, you needed an edge rusher. You didn't need Penix. But
you ready? You ready for
time,
Sorry, go ahead, man. Sorry. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was saying, you ready for a hot take?
Well, go ahead.
It's not going to make your friend Ron happy, but I think that the Falcons need to move off of Pitts. I think that Pitts has enough value to get you a decent draft pick, and you haven't utilized him since he's been there in that team. And I think that both sides need a fresh start, and you can still get something for Pitts. I think they need to move off for Pitts, man. I think enough's enough with the Falcons. I think Send him somewhere else where they'll utilize the tight end more, get a draft compensation for him, and go out and get somebody else that's going to better fit the team.
Yeah, I agree with you.
How old is Pitts? Is it?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, you got me to do.
Pitts is like 27. He's probably like 26, 27. I mean, he came in very young. He's still in his prime, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Let's see. He is – no, you're good. Kyle Pitts is 25.
I'm going to say 27. 25.
No, he's 25. He was born in 2000.
There you go. You can get a good – okay, so you can get a solid second or third round pick for Pitts. He's a talent. Put him on a better team that needs a big weapon, and I think that you can move off from him and go get another guy in the draft, you know, whether it's a tight end, a receiver, a tackle. I mean, you lost your center, so you need a center now. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. I would definitely move off from Pitts. I think enough's enough with that guy.
Yeah, Ron also agrees with you, the Falcons guy. Yeah, nice. He also agrees with you. He agrees with it. We've been talking about that. If anybody that should be, shouldn't be on that team, it should be Pitts. Pitts needs a fresh start somewhere. Probably with the Giants or hell, Jacksonville. Jacksonville did a very good thing with Ingram's career. So, he's not on the team anymore. No, he could be on the Commanders too. Well, I mean, they still got Ertz. They still got So, I mean, they just signed him for 1 year. Yeah, Pitts might be good for them too. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's just like that. They just need to move on and start afresh somewhere else.
Well, it's frustrating. They haven't used him in the red zone like he was expected to be used, and he should be at least about a 80 to 90 catch guy with at least 10 touchdowns. I mean, that was projected at him coming out of Florida, and he hasn't been utilized like that. Like, I don't know what the Falcons' methodology is on using their young players, but they didn't use Bijan, and then they fired the coach, which was smart. But I mean, like, I don't know why you don't use your best players and put them in the best positions possible. It makes no sense to me.
I think it's just Atlanta, period. That's what it is. It's
They use Julio. I mean, Julio, they used him to a good extent. I mean,
when they had Julio, they had a whole different, a whole different core of people. And they had, Ryan as the quarterback. So they don't have that opportunity. I don't know what they're trying to do, to tell you the truth.
I don't either, tell you. I don't know how you move off a great center too, and give him to the Bears. I mean,
like I say all the time,
they're hard to find.
Yeah, like I say all the time, it's funny now that you can watch this stuff as a Lions fan because our organization isn't messed up no more like that. Exactly. And it's funny to watch these other organizations stumble over themselves like the Lions used to do. People don't understand that. True.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No. Well, it just shows you, man, when you bring in the right people that know what they're doing and know football and know how to build a culture, that works right there. I mean, look at the Commanders. You fire, or you get rid of Snyder, bring in a guy who just is not going to meddle, and he hires the right coach. He brings in the right OC, and bam, you got a winner.
Oh, Drew and Andrew is a Dallas fan, but he said Pitts would be good for the Vikings. But you got to remember, Andrew, that the Vikings have Hockenson.
Yeah.
So they already got a pretty expensive tight end.
Cowboys could use Pitts. Shoot, they need more weapons, man. CeeDee Lamb, they don't only have one CeeDee Lamb. Turpin's not really a weapon. I mean, they're going to pay him like a weapon, but he's not really a weapon. They could use a guy like Pitts, man. Put Pitts out there.
I think Dallas would be a good place for him. They don't have a good – well, they got the one tight – I mean, they always get these offensive – these rookie tight ends that don't usually amount to anything but average. They're not really – Dallas has never been a really good tight end team anyway. You've had a couple of them on there, but they basically were there to block. Yeah.
On the Cowboys.
What's up, the Mad Yinser? How you doing,
What's
brother?
What's going on,
Hey, it's the
man?
Mad Hatter.
Yeah.
The Mad Hatter. That's a good one.
That's his name. That's his name, Mad Hatter. I know Yancer's not going to roll up the tongue, so I'm going to say Hatter.
He's a Mad Yenser, a.k.a. the Mad Saltine.
The Mad Salty.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But,
How you feeling, man?
yeah, how you feeling, bro?
You call me the Mad Ritz.
The Mad Ritz.
How you feeling about A-Rod probably coming to your team?
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
It's better than nothing. It's like compared to Russell Wilson, it's definitely an upgrade.
I would have kept
Like,
Justin Fields over.
Yeah, that's who I wanted, but that's who I wanted. But I think Fields took the money. He took the money and ran with it. Plus, he didn't trust the Steelers.
They didn't pay him a lot. He only got $20 million. You couldn't pay him.
Yeah.
You gave DK Metcalf a huge ass contract.
Compared to the contract that supposedly the Steelers offered, it wasn't nowhere near as much as the Jets offered.
Shoot.
It was
they
like-
only gave $20 million, man. He's
Yeah,
not
but
making that
Steelers-
much.
Steelers were only offering $10 million a year.
Dude, give him at least
Well,
20.
Mike-
I mean, the best quarterback makes 60. Come on, that's.
I don't think the Steelers fully trusted Justin Fields as a passer. Like you just got DK Metcalf, and they probably want a gunslinger out there to get them two wide receivers the ball. And then they probably felt like Justin Fields couldn't do that because he was more of a runner than anything.
Let's be real about the Steelers, man. The Steelers are tone deaf to offense, bro. Like, they don't know how to run an offense if their life depended on it. When it came to defense, that's where they put all the money is the defense. They're great defensively, but offensively, they are horrible.
It's Tomlin now. You know, the last time Steelers had a dominant offense was when Todd Haley was the offensive coordinator.
Exactly.
Like, ever since they got rid of Todd Haley because Ben didn't like him. You know, him and Ben were butting heads, and
Right.
And ever since 2018, Ben's getting up there in age. It's time to get a quarterback. And
But
they
y'all
missed
can't
out
get
on
the
the
quarterback
draft.
right. Y'all can't get the receivers right. You can't get the running backs right. You know.
It's like they're too defensive. You know.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Y'all are tone deaf to offense.
Yeah,
Tone
it's
deaf
like.
meaning that you guys do not listen. Doesn't know how offense works.
And I hate to
Tomlin's
say it,
tone deaf.
as much as people like love Tomlin and praise the dude, like he is a great coach, but defensively he's a great coach. Offensively, and like he don't have the right offensive coordinator. You know, you had Le'Veon Bell, Big Ben, and AB, and you couldn't even get to at least the AFC Championship game. With that, and the defense was ass. Everybody forgets about that because I think they're scared. I think they're scared of getting players like that again, like how Antonio Brown's attitude was, and Le'Veon Bell. Like they were good players.
That's drafting. You got to draft the right people, and the Steelers have a strong culture. They've always had a strong culture, but they've missed on a lot of draft picks lately, and it's not good.
What's up, man?
And ever since we got rid of Todd Haley and Mike Munchak, it's like he hires goons and yes men as his assistant.
Tomlin's an alpha, man. He's an alpha. You know, you don't follow Tomlin's thing, you're out. You know.
Yeah, like I love Tomlin. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate what he did, but he's the problem.
Could be true.
And I think he is.
And anybody
it's not
who
that
says
he's a problem. I think he's more that his coaching style is old. You know, he's more used to a different coaching style, and it's not fresh. And everybody kind of hears blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? They respect him, but they still hear blah blah blah. You know.
Can I tell you what Tomlin's problem is? And he don't think his shit stinks. You know, because he's won so many times and he's made the playoffs so many times. He doesn't think his stuff stinks. Like, he thinks that he is the best. Like, he can get a job anywhere. He probably can. There's no doubt. He's a hell of a coach. But the problem is that nobody's going to come to him and say, hey, you need to change what you're doing. because you've allowed him to do this for so long and be so successful. He's got all the leverage in the world. Like,
Yeah,
you leave
like-
Tomlin, who are you going for?
Like, take last year, after that 9th victory, it's like the team fell apart after we got the 10th one.
Yeah,
It's like he just coaches to keep that winning record shit going.
sure. I mean, it's important to
Like,
him.
sure. He knows he got that 9th win, and then the team went to shit.
Here you go.
That's how the team went to shit.
So
What do you think
haven't
about-
had a losing? Look
Hey,
at that. comment right
no. If you want him on your team, go ahead, take him. If you're happy with mediocre.
No,
No,
we're
he
good with
ain't
Dan
gonna
Campbell,
there.
man.
He's a Lions fan.
Love Dan
right?
Campbell. Hey, what about, how do you feel about D. Slay pairing up with Joey Porter? How do you feel about that?
What? What do you say?
Darius Slay is joining Joey Porter in the backfield.
Yeah, he's
Is
signed
that even
up.
official? I heard
No,
that he's still an Eagle.
No, it's a done deal. He was
What up,
he was
Moon
released by
Sky?
the Eagles.
I don't know. This reminds me to when we signed Patrick Peterson,
D. Slay can
and
play, man. I
that
like
didn't
D.
turn
Slay.
out so good.
Yeah.
I know. I like Slay too, but are we going? We ain't
Mentor Joey
gonna.
Porter.
Yeah, he'll probably play a nickel, or he'd probably be a number 2 on our team.
Oh, he's CB2, dude. He ain't
Yeah,
CB2.
because the Stars, they like Corey Trice. That kid's good. He just can't stay healthy.
Yeah. Best availability is availability.
I don't even know
They
how
all
much they
say.
signed Slade to. They didn't even say how much they signed him for.
20 million, I think. Not a year, but no,
Uh,
like, I think a couple years or 1 year, something like that.
I was hearing some insane stuff about Aaron Rodgers. The rumor was we were going to give him a 2-year, $90 million deal. I was like, please don't do that.
Oh, they'll give him at least 2 years. Aaron's not going on a 1 year deal, dude.
I was like, please get
Well,
that one. Don't.
According to the latest I see on ESPN, the Giants are a viable option for Russell Wilson, and you guys can re-sign him. He can return back to the Steelers too. Those are 2 viable options for him.
I mean, shit, I'd rather have Russell Wilson than Aaron Rodgers, if you ask me.
Yeah, I'd rather have
Russell.
It depends on what Aaron Rodgers you get. If you got the dark side of the moon Rodgers, I don't
It
think
don't matter.
you
He's
want
got
him.
a bad. He's coming off an Achilles injury, man. The guy's a shell.
Yeah.
He already can't. I mean, that was a year removed. He still played last year. It's just that he didn't. You know what? If he got placed on the Vikings, let me tell you something. That would be deadly.
Yeah,
Because he's got
I'll
all
give
his
you-
weapons. I mean, look what they did for Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold he didn't get paid, but he got a good enough, which I still don't understand the Vikings not paying him that money.
I'll tell you-
That's weird.
I'll tell you why Russell Wilson goes back to Pittsburgh. 2 reasons. Well, 1 reason actually. DK Metcalf.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, to tell you the truth, I think this whole Aaron Rodgers is a distraction. I think Russell's coming back. Because if you notice,
the only thing I
DK.
just don't like about the DK and Pickens thing is which one of them is gonna either one of them. You know,
Who's
you
gonna
got
vote first?
you got the spaz in Pickens, trying to beat up the whole damn fan base, and then you got DK who takes off plays.
I don't know, man.
DK is a good player.
They're thinking about letting Pickens wear number 1, so DK can have 14.
And y'all lost freaking Najee Harris, man, to the Chargers.
Najee Harris is even though he had his consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, he's a good power back, but he has no explosiveness.
And Warren's a free agent. Are you bringing back Warren?
Yeah, we put a tender on him.
Okay.
They put a 2nd-round tender on him, so whoever signs got to give up a 2nd-round pick. But it's worth $5.3 million. The tender.
Mhm.
That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
You got to keep one of them. I mean, if you're gonna let Harris go, you got to keep one of them.
But they're both good backs. They complemented each other last year because Warren's is more explosive. Najee's more of the power back, but he has no explosiveness to his game because he was too big. He's so big he couldn't fit through the gaps in the O line. Alarm clock.
I like Najee. I wish I would have kept him. But
I like Najee too, but I wouldn't have been mad if we kept him. If we kept him, I would have been happy with it.
Somebody. I get it.
Yeah.
We all know that. You got to move off somebody and give him a fresh start somewhere else.
But this is football for you. You can't keep everybody.
Exactly. Can't hear everybody.
Now, Pickens, I'm hearing he's probably going to play out his contract. I don't think we're going to be able to pay him and have two receivers making $30 million.
You know what I would do? I would trade Pickens.
Yeah, but if we trade him, we'll be in the same situation as last year with no number 2 wide receiver unless Roman Wilson's healthy.
You can find one in the draft, dude. The Steelers are really good at drafting receivers, man. They've had Hines Ward, they've had Plex, they had Antonio Brown, Emmanuel Sanders, Antonio Helms, Randall L. They can find a receiver in the draft. I would trade Pickens. You already paid DK, so there's your one right there. Draft a receiver and use that draft compensation to either help an O-line or go trade up for a quarterback or whatever, man. You can't have two of those two receivers on the same team. That's just.
I don't know. I think the O-line. I think the O-line's straight because we got that one rookie coming back this year. I forgot his name. We drafted him. I forgot his name. Troy Fontana.
Go back to running the football, man. Y'all struggle running the football. Like they might be good pass pros, but they're not good at running the ball.
Last year they pulled up the stat. We were averaging 5.2 yards a carry with Fields under center, and then when Russell Wilson came in, it dropped to 3.9.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With DK, you're gonna be expected to throw the ball more than run it.
Yeah, DK, he's a burner.
Yeah, DK is a decent receiver when he wants to play. You take him out. You take him out in the beginning of the game, it's over with because DK ain't gonna do nothing for you.
Ask Brian.
$150 million. $150 million reasons why.
I was in the chat with Brian. Like, fuck this cheap ass team. I can't stand them. and then he says you're getting DK, and I was like, I take back what I said.
Hey, at some point you got to make a move because it's not good to just be mediocre.
Oh man, you know what? In Pittsburgh, a lot of Steelers fans are spoiled too. You know, and like most of the like I've been a Steelers fan since '89. I experienced losing seasons, but a lot of losing seasons. But the newer, yeah, but when 1989, Bobby Brister was the quarterback, and that was a horrible year. The first game I ever watched the Steelers play, we got blown out by the Browns, 51-0. Yeah. And the newer Steelers fans, they're not used to losing. You know, they're used to growing up and having
that's what me and B were talking about with our fan base is like the old heads. We know the struggle. And to have a team now that won 15 games and won 12 games and has been near the championship bubble every year for the last 2 years, man, you can't ask for a better situation. You want to go back to the losing days where we're the laughing stock of the NFL? That's old heads. New heads don't know about that. All the new heads know is like, oh, this team has been winning. What's going on with them? Why aren't they making themselves better? But the reality is they are. But we've come so far in this fan base.
Yeah, the Lions came a long way. Exactly, big ups, big ups to Jens, man.
0-16.
Hey,
15-2.
Andrew, I'm not sure that they're not making moves. I think they just signed their best defensive lineman to a 4-year contract, and at Dallas. And then on top of it, they had Dak is.
They don't really have the money, man.
They restructured. Well, they restructured Dak's contract. They did a lot of restructuring of some players there. I think the only person
they got their running back.
Micah. They're going to pay Micah.
They do got a running back. They got Javonte. They got Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
So there's speculation now that the Vikings could throw a wrench into the plan and they could sign Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I think that's a possibility too. As funny as that sounds, I think
that's a real good possibility, actually.
I think, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't. It's better than nothing, but I think Russell's coming back.
I mean, if I had a choice, if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I had a choice of going to the Vikings or going to the Steelers. I'm going to the Vikings all day.
Oh yeah, Vikings got better. They got better.
They got loaded weapons. They got a good
loaded
line.
weapons, a nice
They got a good
offensive.
coach.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they just improved their offensive line.
Sorry.
If he went there, I wouldn't be mad. I'll take Russ. We just have to draft the quarterback.
Yeah.
I heard. I heard. Well, obviously, Steelers are going to draft the quarterback first round.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
But who are they going to draft? There's only
Jackson
two quarterbacks that I'll be worth.
No,
There's really only two quarterbacks you would want to draft. Really,
from what I'm hearing,
crap. It is.
From what I'm hearing, it's if from what I'm hearing, it's Jackson Dart. I heard they like him a lot.
What do you guys pick at?
21.
You better move up.
Dart ain't going at 21.
Yeah, because like I seen some drafts where Jackson Dart was going third to the Giants.
You could get Dart. You could get Dart second.
Nah, I seen one mock draft where he was going 3 to the Giants.
What?
Yeah, I think it was Charles Davis that mock draft.
Over Shador or
Dart?
over?
Yeah, I think it was Charles Davis.
The Giants would be on the Cam Ward train.
He's going to go 1 or 2.
It would be Cam, Shador, and maybe Dart would be next.
I think it was Charles Davis mock draft I seen where he had Dart going like number 3 to the Giants.
I'm gonna throw a name out to you, Matt Hatter, for y'all that I think would be a good fit, and I'll tell you why. Quentin Ewers from Texas.
Quentin Ewers,
guy. Yeah, strong arm guy. He's got a good moxie.
Oh yeah, or.
And
Quentin Ewers.
And you got a deep guy in DK who he can sling the ball to. This guy can make all the throws.
I never watched him play.
And he can run. He can run too. He's kind of like a poor man's Ben Roethlisberger. Tall guy, has a strong arm, can make all the throws. You can get him around the second round or maybe mid-second round, and I think he could be a starter going forward because he's got all the intangibles. He makes some dumb mistakes sometimes, but so does a lot of quarterbacks that are young.
That's the rookie quarterback for you.
I would take a flyer at him. I would take a flyer at him.
Yeah, it was.
And then sign Wilson, and then let him learn behind Wilson.
I think Shador is like Caleb Williams.
No, not even close.
No, Shador's like
Shador's
he's more of like a check down. He's more of a check down, throw dump offs and stuff. I've seen Shador play many times. I'm telling you,
Shador's comp is more Stroud than Williams. Shador does not really throw a lot of ad lib or off platform. He's more of he wants to sit in the pocket and throw the ball. He's more of Stroud.
Yeah, Brian. Charles Davis. He got Jackson Dart going 3 to the Giants.
That's crazy.
And then you got Shador Sanders going 1 and Cam Ward going 2.
What? Shador's not going 1. Cam's going 1.
Shador's not going 1.
And then he got.
I can tell you the reason why he ain't going 1. If the general managers are already talking bad about Shador, he's not going 1. There's a reason why Shador is doing this because he wants to go to a specific team. So he's giving the interviews.
He might Eli Manning.
To everybody.
Yeah. Then you got
Deion. Oh, he's not going to go play for him.
And
then he got the Patriots taking Abdul. You got the Patriots taking Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter going to the Jaguars at 5.
Dang. Travis Hunter at Jaguars would be a steal, man. The best player going to the Jaguars. Wow. With Trevor
I can see the Browns taking Travis Hunter.
I would take it if I was the Browns. I would take him.
They're gonna ruin
because they got their quarterback, man. They got KP. They got Kenny Pickett. Baby hands.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the talent out of all the quarterbacks is in Cam.
Hey,
Cam's got all the talent.
When
Shador
KP does
more of the safer pick.
When KP does prayers at the table, you think he says, "There, baby hands, bless this food." There, baby hands. You know, like that Ricky Bobby scene.
Night.
I think there's some truth to that because I think that you don't trade for a quarterback that was possibly a high pick at one point if you're gonna get another quarterback.
Uh,
You take the best player available, which I think would be Travis Hunter.
Travis
and
Hunter
if it
had
doesn't work
that.
out, you kick the can on the quarterback till next year.
Whopper commercial.
No, Cowboys, they made a splash. They got Javonte. That running back they got's pretty good.
Javonte Williams, yeah, he's all right.
I wanted him. I wanted him. If we wasn't keeping Najee, I would have took him.
I mean, Rico
Devontae
Dabo
from
wasn't bad
Denver.
Yeah, I would have took him.
Yeah, that's what I said. Dallas didn't do a bad job with their running back. I think he's way better than what they got right now. Way better than
The funny thing is, me and B always joke around about how Brad Holmes likes to go bargain shopping for his players on defense. Well, the reality is Dallas is going to be living in the bargain for about the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, they would have.
As good as it's going to get for them. Like Cowboy fans, I'll tell you right now, Cowboy fans, all you need to hope and pray is the Cowboys re-sign Micah. If you don't re-sign Micah, y'all are screwed for years to come. Period.
Rico Dowdy.
Mm-hmm.
That dude's gonna be a beast.
Oh, from North Carolina?
Keeping that Gatorade cold.
Yeah, you guys are in cap. I mean, you guys aren't as bad as the Saints are. I'm telling you that right now. Who's the other one that's bad? Cleveland. Cleveland is right behind the Saints.
Shit,
so, I
they
mean,
can't even.
And the Saints are even trying. I mean, even the Saints are making moves and they have bad cap. So it's not about necessarily having bad cap. It's what you do with the good cap, that you already have. You know what I'm saying? And if some teams want to make that move and some teams don't, we already know. Yeah. We already know Jerry Jones is old and feeble anyway, so he's gonna be able to do
the reality is when you have money, when you have a lot of money, you can piss it away however you want to piss it. But if you don't have the money, then you have to be smart on how you spend it. Mm-hmm. And that's what the Cowboys have to do that. They have to be smart on where they put their money because they know that they paid a lot of money to Dak and they have to and CeeDee Lamb. And Micah is going to want to get paid unless he's going to ask for a trade. Which if they keep kicking the can with Micah, that fool will ask for a trade, and then they'll be screwed.
I'll tell you one thing, bro. If the Steelers sign Gardner Minshew, I'm going to throw a conniption fit.
You don't want the chew?
You might not see me in the chat no more, Brian.
Dude, you might have more hair.
I quit.
You might see me down at the Steelers facility. Like, why? Why?
I think every Steeler fan will flip shit if they charge Gardner Minshew.
Shit, if I was DK Metcalf, I would request a trade.
You got to look at it like this. He's still out there, and there's 3 teams that need a quarterback.
Yeah. If I was DK Metcalf or Pickens, I'd requested a trade. Like, get me out of here.
I'm sure Giants fans would be pissed off if Minshew got signed with them. I'm sure Viking fans would be pissed off if Minshew signed with them. No Steelers fans would be mad if Minshew signed.
Matt Hatter, I'm gonna ask you a question, real quick.
What's up?
So there's rumors that Daniel Jones is he signed with the Colts.
Yeah, he's a Colt.
And I would be willing to bet that AR is either going to ask for a trade or they're going to try to trade him. Would your team take a shot at AR?
Who you talking about? Andy Richardson?
Yeah, I call him AR. Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. He's the poor man's Lamar Timu version. He's the Timu version of Lamar, man. He can run, but he can't. Like his passing skills, not there.
Well, you'd have to get the right coaching on him. But I'm just saying, like,
you said coaching there, buddy. Yeah, well. Do you ever check Tomlin's track record of developing quarterbacks?
He can run. That's a start.
He can run. I can run.
Hey, make him a game.
Dan,
turn him a game manager.
I know you don't want to be. I know you. I know you would. You say you wouldn't be pissed off if you guys said Gardner Minshew, but I thought last year's goal was to get Cam Ward or Shador. I didn't think it was to get Minshew. You don't want Minshew. You already got – who do you got? I don't even know who they got as a backup. Oh, they got DeVito. That's who they got.
Tommy Cutlets.
Yeah, Tommy Cutlets.
Danny DeVito, man. No, I'm good on Anthony Richardson, though, man. I thought he got taken too high for what he did. He did in college.
He went to the wrong team because they had nothing around him, and The development was
Who's the Colts coach? Is it it's Steichen? Steichen. He's a defensive coach, ain't he?
Offensive.
Offense. See, if I was Anthony Richardson, I would change my position to wide receiver.
Damn.
Or running back.
Yeah, he is a big guy. Yeah, he is a big guy.
I think he can still be a quarterback, but he needs a lot of tutelage and a lot of work.
Yeah, he's.
You know
rough.
what? He would make a great running back.
All right, Lamar.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, Lamar. He loves Lamar Jackson as a running back. He's always saying that.
Oh my
Lamar
God.
Jackson should be a running back.
Oh, stop it. Lamar Jackson would get killed as a running back. He's like what, 200 pounds?
Speed kills. You know,
yeah,
you gotta catch that.
He also get knocked off his ass half the time because he's so thin framed.
You know what's funny about him though? He really hasn't got hurt running. He's got hurt passing.
Hey.
He drops back to pass and he gets blasted, and then he gets hurt for a couple of plays or a couple of games. But when he runs, it doesn't happen. So I mean, he's fast. That dude can truck.
He's
that
probably
dude
one of
is
the fastest in the NFL.
He could be top
He's not
5.
as fast as Justin Fields. Justin Fields is pretty damn fast. When he played for the Bears, that dude
I don't
beat his
know.
rushing record.
I think Lamar is faster than Justin Fields.
You know, every time I seen a meme yesterday of Justin Fields signing, I got instantly pissed. I was like, motherfucker. Every time I seen it, I was like, I'm leaving Twitter right now. I don't want to see
Fields
this.
going to the Jets, though. I didn't see him going to the Jets. I thought his good place would have been in Seattle. I mean, he's just replacing Geno Smith. Geno Smith is one of those quarterbacks that run.
I tell you,
I hope it works out for Justin. You know, I hope it works out for him.
I do too, because AG very well might be out in the next couple of years if Justin Fields don't pan out, and unfortunately, that was the wrong quarterback to bring in when you have a new coach.
Yeah, he went to another, I hate to say it, but Justin Fields, it might not work out because this is his second time going to a busted franchise.
I disagree with that. I think AG is going to turn that franchise. If any of the two coaches that we had that were coordinators that turned into head coaches, AG was the most apt for it.
I feel sorry for AG.
I think he does. I think he does a lot of what Dan Campbell does. I think he's got that kind of balls to the wall kind of thing going on. I feel sorry for AG going to the Jets. You know.
But the problem, the problem is,
I know, but he could have went somewhere else, right?
No, that was the right fit. But the problem is that coaches only get graded on how good their quarterbacks are, because quarterbacks are like the number one thing of the team. And you brought in an unproven guy who showed flashes in the Steelers offense. I mean, outside of Wilson, maybe Breece Hall. Who do the Jets have that's really going to help out Fields? You know,
Olave.
They reunited him with Garrett Wilson.
Or not Olave, Wilson. I mean, Wilson.
Yeah, they got Wilson. They got Wilson and Breece Hall. That's what I'm saying. They got two guys. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a big risk by AG, but you know, I was listening to talk radio in the morning, and they made a great point. AG knows more about Justin Fields than probably a lot of people do, because he had a game plan against Justin Fields for so many years with the Lions. So he knows kind of what he's getting with Justin Fields and kind of what he wants to run as an offense with him. You know, but if Justin Fields sucks ass, that's gonna be a blemish on AG, man. And you know, new coaches just don't last very long, man, when they miss on the quarterback. You know?
Yeah, they got a pretty much of a let's see.
What worries me about
who's in his third year. They got Malik Taylor in his third year. They still got Lazard, although they're trying to take trades for him.
I keep him.
They probably need to draft another receiver.
What worries me about AG to the Jets is because the Jets are not a very impatient organization when it comes to head coaches.
Yeah, and they fire a lot of coaches too.
Yeah, I think Brian froze.
I think AG.
That might bode well for Justin.
I think AG took the job because that was a dream job for him, because he was drafted by the Jets, and that was a homecoming. It was a homecoming for him to go coach the team that he was drafted by. If it wasn't that, if there was no nostalgia behind that, he probably would have took the Jets job. He probably would have gone to the Saints or something. You know.
Justin Fields is a good quarterback if he's in the right system. The run-heavy offense.
You're calling Justin Fields a bridge quarterback? He's been in the league for 4 years. He's a bridge quarterback already.
I mean, the conversation is kind of true in that sense because, like, what has he really shown other
Technically,
than
Moon, they're only paying him 1 year for 1 year, pretty much. It's a 1 year contract.
The Steelers
second year is voidable.
The Steelers should have kept Justin Fields because this would have been the year 2 in the same system, and you just got DK Metcalf. You would have gave him DK, George Pickens, Freiermuth, Warren in the backfield, a good up and coming line, a good defense. That's a playoff team, man.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem with Justin Fields right now. It's not him as a player, it's the fact that he keeps going from team to team. Versus with Chicago, they failed at life because they didn't have an offensive line and not really good players around him. Yeah. Then he goes to Pittsburgh, where he's going to be second under Russell Wilson because your coach can't make a decision who he wants to start, and then he goes with Russell Wilson, the old head. Now he's getting transferred over to the New York Jets, who had a problem with the offense in the first place last year, even with Aaron Rodgers. So, I mean, it's and they don't have Devontae anymore. So, I mean, he's just been put in bad situations. It's not really fair to him, to me. He's just been put in real bad situations.
The big point on this is why I think Justin Fields mainly left that nobody's talking about. When he got benched, he took that as an insult and said, "Fuck you, Thompson, I'm out." He was 4-2. You were 4-2. You had 10 total touchdowns. You had 230 yards rushing. Your passer rating was like 91, I think, or something. And you get benched because you favor Russell Wilson? Like, I didn't agree with that.
Well, I think going back to B's point, Russell Wilson is a better thrower than Justin Fields is. Justin Fields is a good athlete. Like, he's a guy that can run well, can make some short throws that is nothing spectacular. But the problem is that you're limited on the passing game. And with Wilson, he's been a pro. He's been good. He's getting up there in age. But if he can beat out your younger quarterback and throwing the ball, that says a lot about your younger quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Normally, when you bench a player, it's because they're playing bad.
True.
And,
yeah.
Yeah,
but I do agree with you. I do agree with you. I think if Justin Fields was doing really well, they should have just rocked with him. Because who knows how he would have gotten better.
They should have went back to him when we were on that 6-game losing streak. They should have went back to him.
No, they should have just stayed with it. They should have just stayed with him. Period. They should have just stayed with him.
Yeah, because when Russell Wilson came in, before he came in, we were averaging 5.2 yards a carry in the run game. When Russell Wilson came in, it dropped to 3.9.
Well, you know why those numbers are kind of skewed, Mad Hatters, because Justin Fields was a run threat, and so defense had to worry about Justin running and the running backs. To whereas Wilson, they just knew Wilson was going to throw the ball. He's not going to run the ball. He's not the Wilson of old,
Hell no.
The run threat went away. But
I think that was it. I think getting two quarterbacks of different kinds of talents kind of screwed that whole situation up in Pittsburgh. Yeah. Remember at the beginning of the season, Robbie, that Tomlin said that they were going to use Fields as a gimmick type of quarterback and have him like be a running back or a wide receiver or split out, whatever the case may be. And he never done that. He never did that.
No, he lied about that.
It's insulting. It's insulting regardless because you're one of the top picks in the draft to be used as a gimmick quarterback. Come on, that's insulting.
Plus, there was reports that Russell Wilson and Arthur Smith weren't getting along. They were butting heads, supposedly.
Really, Arthur Smith has some problems, man. He couldn't get along with the Falcons. He can't get along with the Steelers.
That was the rumor, I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
Well, I believe it, man. The guy wouldn't play Bijan Robinson. What an idiot.
Yeah,
Oh,
and on
yeah,
top of
he's
that,
talking-
he
had-
he has the same kind of offensive makeup as your past offensive coordinator. So I mean, if you're just going to try to run the ball all the time, you don't have the offensive line makeup. You don't really have. I mean, you had the running backs, but Najee kind of it just kind of fell. That whole offense just fell apart. That's all I gotta say.
It's,
Yeah, and the reality is too, Matt Hatter, if the run game was so good for the Steelers, why did it drop off when Justin Fields left the team or wasn't on the team anymore? I mean, it should have stayed, or it should have been around the same, because then that would be like your guys are able to run the football effectively, but that's not the case. So a lot of those numbers were elevated because of Justin Fields' ability to run. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Scott, to what you were saying about the run game, they had the second best run game. You know who had all the yards? Justin Fields.
Yeah, there you
It
go.
wasn't the running back.
No. But then I go back to what I said. Najee Harris is a good running back. Warren played well. It's that line, man. The line might have been decent, but it wasn't that good when it came to run blocking. You know, because if you're only getting 3.9 a carry, that tells me your line is not getting off their blocks. That your run game is not as good as you think it is. You know, that's pretty bad. Especially if you were doing 5 a clip. How do you go from 5 a clip to 4? It's a big loss right there. Matt Hatter, let me ask you a question. Where did the Steelers finish this year in the division?
Next year or
No,
this
season.
The one that just passed, they were second in the division.
No,
No,
we're talking
this
about the
year.
one
No,
coming up.
this year.
Oh, this year it depends who they sign a quarterback. Right now we have no quarterback. Skylar Thompson's our number 1 quarterback right now. All right, let's do assumptions. If we sign Aaron
Gardner
Rodgers
over Skyler, shoot, give me Gardner over Skyler.
all right. If we sign Aaron Rodgers, I think we finish second in the division. Same with Russell Wilson. I think we finish second either way.
Okay, so who do you have as 1? Baltimore?
Baltimore, of course.
You think you're gonna finish over Cincy?
Since he has no defense, I'm not scared of them.
Joey Burrow?
Joey Burrow, he's like the offense. Him and Jamar Chase, and like the
I'm going
offense
to tell you
is the only
something
thing
about
that scares
Cincinnati
me.
right now. Their defense is crap. They're going to be the Lions of this season because they're going to have great offense but no defense. And you know, even the Lions had injuries. They're not even have injuries. Those are people that are starting. So
well, that's assuming they lose Trey Hendricks.
I mean, but they lost Sam Hubbard. Hubbard retired. He was their other defensive end. They don't have DJ Reader. All that stuff showed up last year.
Yeah,
they're about to trade. They're about to trade their best defensive player, Trey Hendrickson.
Well, they can't afford him.
That's their best defensive player.
Yeah, I mean, it's
besides
their fault because they haven't paid Chase yet, and they freaking kicked the tires with TJ Higgins.
Yeah, besides Trey Hendrickson, can one of y'all name a player on that defense?
Off the top of my head,
I can name one. I can name like one. I think.
They have a cornerback that I really like. I forgot his name.
Dax Hill.
Jackson.
Cincinnati.
Dax Hill.
Yeah, Daxton Hill. Because he played for Michigan.
Why you know him? Because he's from Michigan.
And Jackson.
Yeah.
They got Turner too. They got DJ Turner.
Yeah, that's
he's
true.
A corner. He's a Michigan guy too.
They got so many holes in their defense.
I mean, you're not getting a rush.
Yeah, I get
but the Bengals got so many holes in that defense.
But Joey Burrow, we saw what Joey Burrow could do with no defense, and Bees even said himself, like, Joey Burrow is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL, and you just kept T. Higgins and you kept Jamar Chase.
The Bengals defense was so ass last year. They let the Steelers put 44 on them, and the Steelers offense is ass. And I'm a Steelers fan.
I mean, that's fair. When it comes to better teams, I look at the quarterbacks, and if you're telling me Joey Burrow, and even Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson, I'm taking Joey Burrow over both those dudes.
If Cincinnati had a better defense, I would have picked them to finish 2 in the division.
Yeah, it's going to be tough in your conference because really nobody's doing anything. I mean, you don't even have a quarterback yet. Cincinnati don't have a defense. Cleveland is Cleveland.
But I'm not trying to.
Baltimore just made
I'm not trying to get too far ahead because the Steelers
they just re-signed Picard, and that's their fullback.
I like that. You see,
yes, dude. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Matt Hatter. I know it's too early. I just kind of wanted to check your temperature and see where you thought where your head was at with the Steelers.
It depends on the quarterback, who we get.
Yeah, of course.
It all depends on that. And the Steelers O-line was a little shaky last year. That plays a part in it too. The O-line got to be more consistent.
That's why Aaron Rodgers makes no sense for me because the O-line shaky. Pickens and DK Metcalf are implosions waiting to happen. You don't have a running back. I mean, why would Aaron Rodgers want to go there?
If anything happened, if Pickens has another blowout, he's gone. He's either going to be like benched the rest of the year, or we're just going to trade him for peanuts just to get him out of here.
Not to mention, Aaron Rodgers can be a pain in the ass to deal with too.
That's the thing about Pickens. Pickens got all this raw talent, but he's his own enemy.
That ain't straight, yeah. B, can you imagine if Amon-Ra St. Brown had Pickens' athleticism? Woo!
Amon-Ra would punch Pickens in his face.
I don't know, bro.
No, but
I think.
Can you imagine if he had his athleticism? Yeah.
I would say this though. Well, I would ask this though, based on other things. So, who do you think had the most? Who has the most productive free agency so far? You think?
Bears.
Productive. The Bears. They built in trenches.
Yeah, I mean, they had the money and they spend on the line.
He said Myles Garrett, man. That dude said he wanted out of Cleveland. Yeah, I'll take more money. Fuck it.
All right.
It was all about money, man. It was never about me.
Hey.
He played the organization. He's like, I'm leaving.
Shit, bro.
More money. All right, I'm cool. I'm back.
If I was in the same situation,
did well.
Nah. I mean, they did okay. I mean,
they picked up 2 offensive linemen that are great to pair with their already pretty good offensive line. They've shored up their defensive line. I mean, one of them is kind of old. The quarterback is. I mean, as far as the team without the quarterback, they did pretty good in the free agency category.
Yeah, I mean, they added pieces.
They get a quarterback. They get Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I'm sorry, they're going to be competitive.
Oh, I mean,
the Vikings did good. The Vikings did good too. They got
Bears don't prove nothing when they get people on free agency, though. They don't prove. They just win it, but they don't prove it in a regular season. That's why I can't.
But let's see what Ben does. As much as I hate to say that, let's see what Ben does. It's a different coach. We'll have to see. But I'll say this about the Vikings. I'm still scratching my head. How the hell they let Darnold go?
Yin's got that cornerback, dude. Yin's with that DJ Reed.
Who?
Yin's got DJ Reed, right?
No. We're talking about the Vikings. I'm saying I don't know how the Vikings
who cares about the Vikings?
Go. I don't know how they let Sam Darnold go, man. That makes no sense.
Hey, it's an NFC North thing, man. You wouldn't understand.
Who cares about the Vikings? Like, who cares about Lamar Jackson? Fuck him. He's a good running back, though.
He's in your division.
He's a good running back.
He's the best running back MVP ever.
The Ravens are a quarterback away from winning a Super Bowl.
What?
Because Lamar can be the running back.
I think this is the year that either Josh Allen or Lamar win the Super Bowl.
And the Ravens need Mason Rudolph.
I got to see what Buffalo does with receivers, though. I mean, they lost Cooper.
Yeah,
they did sign Josh Palmer, and they do still have Dion.
Shakir, they gave Shakir a contract.
They got Shakir. Yeah, they did get him. I mean, they got decent receivers. I don't know.
I mean, dude, Josh Allen made the championship with Shakir as their best receiver. That's all you need to know.
Well,
They need to pay. They need to give. They need to re-sign Cook.
Coleman.
And Cooper
They got
wasn't
Coleman.
bad either.
Yeah, Coleman. Yeah.
They got him going back. They got him going back to Cleveland.
I mean, they got a decent offense. It's a defense. Well, they got rid of Von Miller, so I mean that was probably a good thing anyway.
If I'm a betting man, I am betting on Mahomes. I'm sorry, not Mahomes. I am betting on Josh Allen or Lamar to get to the Super Bowl this year. I think this is their year. I think enough's enough for the Chiefs. They've had enough fun with these two teams. I think this is the year that they kick their ass. And I think it's either going to be Lamar or Josh in the Super Bowl, and probably win it too.
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, they're the most talented quarterbacks in the AFC. I mean, you can throw Burrow in there.
Lamar has had his opportunities though, and that's the thing that bothers me about him. He's had his opportunities. He's had where they had a great record and they still didn't get it done. I mean, Kansas
Lamar
City
just got to stop making mistakes, man. He's just got to stop making mistakes when it matters the most. Man.
You know what I think it is too? The play calling gets really out of hand as well. Like in the game that they lost, the divisional game. I mean, the conference game they lost to Kansas City when Kansas City beat San Francisco that year. Why would you get away from the run?
Right.
Just run the ball.
You have Derrick,
why are you forcing
Henry?
Lamar?
I know. Right.
Lamar, everybody wants to defend Lamar and say he's a very good passer, but he's okay passer. He's not an elite passer. He's a guy that'll get it done when he has to pass. But if you put pressure on him to pass 500 times in a game, he's not going to get it done. It's not his forte. He's a running quarterback. That's all.
100%. B, I'll tell you what it is, man. Lamar throughout the season is the quarterback you want him to be. And then when he gets to the playoffs, he tries to turn into Superman, and he's not Superman, and he turns over the ball or makes dumb mistakes that cost him games. Like he's like the James Harden of the NFL. James Harden looks great during the season, triple doubles, everything. Get him to the playoffs, and the guy is ass.
It's the same story every year. It's like they dominate in the regular season, but when playoff time comes, they try to treat him like he's like they try to treat him like he's a premier passer, like Peyton Manning or Tom Brady.
Well, the problem with Lamar is that he gets too careless with the ball when it matters the most. Look at the Buffalo game. He had the fumble. That led to a touchdown. He overthrew that player that led to an interception. Like, he just makes dumb mistakes. Like, we talk about Goff all the time. How Goff makes dumb mistakes. Goff doesn't always make dumb mistakes in the playoffs, but Lamar always seems to do it every time. No matter how much flowers you want to give him about how great he is, how great he's been in the season, it's almost like when he gets to the playoffs, it's like he forgets how to play football. They're like, dude, just can the ball to freaking Derrick Henry.
Yeah, is that what you signed him for?
It was well, and again, the play calling is part of it too.
Sure.
I think that a lot of coaches do dumb shit during the playoffs as far as play calling. They want to do something different because they think they're going to catch the other team off guard. But if your bread and butter is what it is, then keep with the bread and butter. Like, for instance, the next year that they came out after they lost against Kansas City in the conference finals, the first game they had was against Kansas City. What didn't they do in that game? Did not run the ball. They ran the ball in the first half, and Derrick Henry was killing it. But then they stopped going to him in the second half and made Lamar Jackson. And yes, they were a tiptoe away from winning the game, but you have to be a tiptoe away from winning the game. They could have won the game just by running the ball repeatedly. You got Derrick Henry. He's one of the best running backs in the league.
Exactly.
And you just sit him down in the second half. That's dumb. That's just
dumb.
dumb.
Why aren't you running read options with Lamar and Derrick Henry? Who the hell is going to stop that on a consistent basis?
When I saw that they had gotten Derrick Henry, man, I said that they're going to the Super Bowl because there's no way nobody's going to be able to stop that tandem.
Yeah.
But they just didn't play that way. They just didn't have
Lamar, man. Lamar did not show up when mattered the most. He turned over the ball and he gave away opportunities, and Buffalo capitalized on it, man. Give him credit. They did.
I think the thing about Baltimore too is that there's more than one alpha out there. Your quarterback is either the alpha or your running back's the alpha. Look at Philadelphia. You don't think Hurts is the alpha, do you? Saquon is the alpha. Saquon carried them through the whole season. Hurts benefited in the Super Bowl against a bad defense. So I mean, you know, a lot of people want to say Hurts is like top 2 or 3 in the league in quarterback. Just why? Because he won a damn MVP. That doesn't mean nothing. He did good in that game, but he was whacking the rest of the games of the season.
Yeah,
I mean, it's great you can do that in a Super Bowl, but you got there for a reason. You got there because of Saquon,
right? And we all, and anybody who watches football knows that. Eagle fans will tell you, "Oh no, it was all Hurts because they stopped Saquon Super Bowl." It doesn't matter. Like, really, what happened is the defense. The defense was the MVP. I've told you that over and over again. You force 5 turnovers, you're more likely going to win a game, unless you're the Lions and won that one game where turn over the ball 5 times.
And that's a rarity in itself.
Yeah, exactly. It's an anomaly. You're gonna win the game if you force 5 turnovers almost 99% of the time.
If they would have stuck to the running game,
was the catalyst.
If they would have stuck to the running game, they would have beat Buffalo.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah, I mean,
and you see how tiny Buffalo's linebackers are compared to Derrick Henry. You would have ran him over.
Like,
so everybody's tiny to
Derrick
Henry.
End, bro. Derrick Henry's like a defensive end.
Like, you look at Buffalo, they're a tiny defense, and then you got Derrick Henry, you got Patrick Card too. Don't forget about him. He's a big boy.
I'm telling you, I'm not looking forward to go to Baltimore this coming up season. I'm not.
You play Baltimore?
Yeah, we play Baltimore in Baltimore again.
We played all 2.
Yeah, that was.
We played AFC Central.
Yeah, we go to Detroit. We Stores come to Detroit.
Central.
You better take that smoke.
Buffalo, we're going.
We didn't play yet. Don't talk shit. Don't talk.
Tell Gardner to lace them up good.
I think we go to Baltimore and Cincinnati. I'm not sure.
Hey, I keep receipts. I'm
gonna speak it to assistants. Gardner Minshew, starting quarterback for the Steelers.
No,
don't do that.
I won't. You won't see it. If we sign Gardner Minshew, you won't see me next year.
He's gonna play. I'm done.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
I'm gonna go be a Bengals fan or an Eagles fan. Well, he's from Pittsburgh, so he's got his best choice of the Eagles or Pittsburgh. You can go from one side to the other.
Let's
then we can
see who we got. So home games will be who we got. Cleveland's coming here and Pittsburgh's coming here. So we got Pittsburgh and Cleveland at home, and then Cincinnati and Baltimore on the road. I'm not worried too much about Cincinnati. They might kill us offensively, but we could probably compete with them offensively. But Baltimore is a bad one. I don't like playing Baltimore on the road. Every time we go to Baltimore, we get our ass kicked.
Yeah. It's just a bad matchup.
I'm definitely not worried about Cleveland coming here.
No, we lose to Cleveland.
Cleveland's going to be like, that's a win. That's like an exhibition game.
I need to pick the game I'm going to go to in Detroit. So it might be Cleveland or the Cowboys. Both have potential.
Dallas is coming here too.
Hey, I'm just hoping Jared Goff is more givey when the Stars go to Detroit that night.
Nah, won't happen.
Nah.
You know, you ever heard the expression, give to the needy?
If you get Gardner Minshew, we'll give you the needy.
No, we ain't get Gardner Minshew.
If you get last year's Goff, you can forget it.
If I had to pick A-Rod or Russell, pick one. That's what I would tell the Stars. A-Rod or Russell.
What about
you know what? I really do think A-Rod, if he's making a decision and they're both asking him, meaning the Vikings and the Steelers, he would go to the Vikings because he's got better.
100%.
He's got better. Yeah, he's 100%. Got better options with the Vikings. No bad to your
A-Rod wants to live. Like, if he goes to the Steelers in that division, he's gonna get killed because everybody outside of the Bengals
come on.
have a good defense still.
Russell Wilson survived.
Yeah, but he goes to the North.
Well, he survived to a point. Then he lost 5 games in a row.
Well, all I'm saying is you got Myles Garrett, TJ Watt going after you. Oh, TJ Watt will be on the team. You got Myles Garrett and you got Awuga. I don't know the name of the pass rusher for the Ravens, but you've got those guys running after you, Matabuke and all that. Hell no.
You're talking about
Matabuke,
talking about the defensive lineman, Owe.
Owe, yeah, I like Owe.
Owe.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Too.
Owe and
Still got
Matabuke.
Ozabo.
Oh my God. Miles
Matabuke.
Garrett.
See,
Oy.
the Ravens beat us only one time in the past fucking 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look
Yeah,
at the
their
track
secondary.
record, like they got us this year. Finally, it took them 5 years.
And that was at the end of, I mean, you guys are pretty much screwed anyway near the end of the season.
Yeah,
But
like
their pass defense was crap. And even though they had Hamilton on there, their pass defense was still crap.
yeah,
That's why
they
lost
got
a lot of games. That's why
Yeah, they
why
got-
Kansas City bombed them.
they got us this year. They won the Super Bowl. Gotta give it to them. They won the Super Bowl.
Okay, so Matt Hatter, who are you taking in the first round for your team?
If he's there, Jackson Dart, quarterback.
You're gonna stick with Jackson Dart.
Yeah, we need a quarterback. We need to go younger quarterback, not just like
You can get Jackson Dart in the second round, bro. I'm telling you, he's not gonna go in the first.
late first round. You're not really losing much on that. If middle of the first round, like if he don't work out, he don't work out.
I think you can still get the player you want at 21 or 21 and get Jackson Dart in the second round, or you can move up
It's
to the second
either-
round and get Jackson Dart.
They're either going to go quarterback or D tackle. I
There's
could
a
see
lot
him
of D
taking.
tackle.
We got Hooker in the third round, didn't we?
I could
Yeah.
see them taking Kenneth Grant out of
You want Hendon
Michigan.
You
No.
want
Grant
Hendon
would be
Hooker?
nice.
You know what?
I could see him
No, but
taking.
you know,
No,
Cam Hayward's still balling.
I don't want no Hooker on my team.
Don't be like that, Rob.
I don't want no Hooker on my team. I'm like Jack the Ripper. I kill hookers.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
damn.
Hey, what about Cam Hayward, man, is still balling out, man. Like the guy just cannot die.
No.
He's just
You know who?
killing it, man.
Call me crazy, but I think the Steelers should trade for that Patriots quarterback, Joe Milton.
Dude, I was about to say that. Yes, Joe Milton. the guy.
And New England said they would be willing
Yeah.
to trade him too.
I would do that. I would do that,
Yeah.
man. And then get Russell Wilson as your quarterback
Yeah.
right now, and bring up and let Milton develop.
Yeah, even though
Milton might
he did that against Baltimore.
Might be a good ass quarterback for Minnesota too. Milton is a good ass quarterback.
No, don't say
Yeah,
that.
I would-
They already got JJ, dude.
You know, you probably gonna give up a late round pick for him. So even if
I
he
would
don't
do
work
it.
out, you're
If I
not
was the
losing
Steelers,
much.
If I was the Steelers, I would do it. If they're wanting to trade him, go for it, man. You're gonna get.
I would have
he's on a
took the
rookie
milk
deal.
crusher. I would have took the milk crusher, Zach Wilson.
No,
Oh God.
no, you wouldn't. have.
No,
I'd
I'm
rather
not.
Gardner Minshew.
Now you're just talking funny now, man. No, you wouldn't.
I don't want guard. I don't want no damn Gardner Minshew in my on my roster. Like, come
Why
on,
not?
man.
Come on,
He's
man.
been a free agent in my Madden franchise for like 4 seasons, waving at me like, "Hello, sign me, Robbie."
It's all coming
I'm
full
like-
circle, buddy.
Why
Why the hell
I'm
don't
good.
get rid of Pickett, man? I thought Pickett was supposed to be the dude.
Pickett asked for a trade out because he didn't want to sit behind Russell for a year. The job was
Wow.
actually his. He just had to sit and learn.
Yeah, he messed that up. He messed his career up right there. He
Who
should
called
have
shots?
shut his
So-
mouth
Who
and
called
just
shots in their
played.
first year in the NFL? Really?
And I'm so sick and tired of Steelers fans.
And he
Oh, he's a
wasn't-
Super Bowl
but
winning
see, the-
quarterback as a
The
backup.
problem with Pickett was that he wasn't a first round pick. He should have never been picked in the first round. He wasn't a first round quarterback. He wasn't
We
even a
dra-
second round quarterback.
We
Man,
drafted
that's
him
not trading
because
in.
we
Already
drafted
traded
him
for
because we didn't want. No, because we passed up on Dan Marino like thousands of years ago, and we didn't want another do-over of
Pickett
that. I
was
guess.
from Pittsburgh, man. It was a nice.
So was
story,
Dan Marino.
Nostalgia and all that. I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
That's
but
If
why
he
you
wasn't
don't
from
ever-
Pittsburgh, they probably wouldn't have took him.
You screwed
You know,
it. You
it was
screwed the
a-
history up. You might as well not screw it up twice. You know what I'm saying?
it was. You know what? I was actually excited when we took Pickett. I like Pickett still. I don't
I'm
like
sure
the
a lot
team
of
he's
Pittsburgh
on.
fans were because he was from Pitt. He played at Pitt.
And
That
to tell you
was
the truth, I
the whole
think
guy.
I think both sides played a part in that disaster. Like Tomlin can't develop a quarterback. He had Matt Canada as offensive coordinator.
Where y'all getting your OCs from, man? What the
Well,
fuck?
and yeah, that brings the point. When me and Robbie we're talking about this last season. I said Pickett messed up. They messed Pickett up because they brought a coach in that he didn't have success with when he was playing at Pitt. Because Canada was the head coach at Pitt, and he didn't do nothing. When they brought the other head coach in there that was more offensive minded, he succeeded. So why would you draft Pickett in the first round to pair up with a guy that he didn't have any offensive success with. That's dumb.
Yep.
That's just dumb.
If you go by the Pitt numbers, Kenny Pickett's first 3 years at Pitt, he had like 13, 14 touchdowns, average seasons. And then that last season without Matt Canada, he had 40 touchdowns to like 9 interceptions.
Do y'all think that Mike Tomlin is similar to Jerry Jones in the sense that Mike Tomlin doesn't want an offensive coordinator that doesn't play by his rules, and maybe that's why he gets these yes men kind of guys? And you mentioned Todd Haley. He took a shot at Todd Haley, didn't work out because I'm sure him and Todd Haley butted heads a lot, especially if he's spitting on.
He fired Haley because Ben didn't like him. Because Ben Roethlisberger didn't like him.
That's what I'm saying. He spit on his golden boy, so he got rid of him. But outside of Todd Haley, they've always brought in a lot of yes men type of OCs.
Yeah.
So going back to your thing,
if you go look at the Todd Haley numbers when he was here, we had a top 5, top 10 offense.
Yeah.
Now we're we had better weapons. Matt Canada.
You had Santonio Holmes.
Even before we traded Deontay Johnson, we had good weapons. We had Pickens, we had Deontay Johnson, we had Najee, Pat Freiermuth, and you had Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett was the quarterback, but everybody blamed him. It was good. It was good weapons. It's just when Kenny Pickett was the quarterback, they put a straitjacket on him.
Everybody blames the quarterback, but it really was the organization that situation.
Which is out of the norm for the Steelers. The Steelers are a very strong organization that usually makes strong moves, but they've kind of messed up on a lot lately.
I don't think it's totally Tomlin's fault. I think it's Rooney's fault. You're allowing this dude because they'll stand by their man the whole time. Remember, William Ford used to do that stuff too. He stayed by his coaches all the time.
They've had 2 coaches in 20 years? 3 coaches?
At this point, I'll take Big Ben back.
He said he might come back. He said he would come back.
I'll take him. Come back.
Put me in, coach.
Fuck, man.
Put me in, coach. I can play. Put me in, coach.
Hey, would you take Gardner Minshew or Brucey as your quarterback?
Who? Say that again.
You ever seen Longest Yard?
Yeah, I'll take Brucey. I'll take that fat motherfucker that eats the corn.
Damn.
Can of corn. Yeah, can of corn.
The guy that William or Sandler said, he said, "Why can't I be the quarterback? Throw me the ball." He threw it over. He goes, "That's why you can't be the quarterback."
Exactly.
Shit, man. Phillip Rivers available?
Brucey or Uncle Rico?
You need Shane Feldman.
Oh, I definitely taking the steak tosser. Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico can throw a mad steak, bro.
He can throw a football over a mountain.
Or Willie Beeman. Willie Beeman would be perfect for y'all.
Well, yeah.
Shit,
Well, you had him in Justin Fields.
Hey, man, I was about to tweet at the Steelers. Hey, when's quarterback tryout start? I'll come in.
The invincible for the Pittsburgh style.
I said that to Nate today about going to try out for a Vikings quarterback.
He had the nerve to go try out for the Vikings. Fuck the Vikings.
Hey, you get paid.
I don't give a shit. I wouldn't.
You can throw games.
I wouldn't change my alliance. I love my alliance.
Hey, is Randall? He played quarterback. Give him back.
Hey, what happened to Mason Rudolph? Is he still on the team?
They're talking about he's an option. I just seen on Twitter that they were talking about bringing him back if Aaron Rodgers signs as quarterback 1.
Who?
Should I take him over Rodgers?
MVP Mason Rudolph.
Oh, Mason Rudolph. Oh,
well, they got hit by Myles Garrett.
Hey, I joke by the way and call him MVP. I don't mean it. Yeah, but that's another one that's another quarterback they messed up on because we drafted him and Ben didn't want to teach him shit.
No, of course not. That's like Aaron Rodgers to
Brett Favre.
When he was on Green Bay, not Brett Favre. Jordan. Jordan Love. You can teach Jordan Love.
Oh, Jordan Love. Yeah. Shit, bro. I'm shocked he's worked out in the NFL.
The ideal is there. I understand that. Why would you teach the quarterback to take over your spot? But at the same time, that's not teamwork. That's why Aaron Rodgers is the way he is anyway.
Teamwork make the dream work. Yeah, he's
Brett Favre really didn't teach him nothing either. So you on your own, bro.
That's another thing of the source on Aaron Rodgers. Don't need to sign Dr. Phil on top of that. With all the head cases they got in the locker room with the DK Metcalf, George Pickens, and Aaron Rodgers on one roof, they need to sign Dr. Phil. Be the team doctor.
I think Tomlin would quit. I don't think you'd have to worry about him being fired or anything. He quit. He said, "You know what? I'm not doing it."
I don't think they would put up with Aaron Rodgers' bullshit. If he acted up, he's gone. Those is more likely to get rid of him.
Green Bay put up with that BS as much as they could. So, when you look at it in front, it's like, oh well, he did win us a Super Bowl. He has won the MVP twice in a row. Before he left, he won the MVP twice in a row. So I mean, they're going to hold on to some kind of essence of that whole behavior, but he didn't want to play there.
Supposedly, Adam Schefter just reported that the Steelers are waiting on an answer from Aaron Rodgers, and Russell Wilson's waiting on an answer from Aaron Rodgers.
He's probably in the darkness retreat.
Yeah.
So if we don't sign, more likely if we don't sign Rodgers, Russell Wilson comes back.
God, it's like who sounds worse?
Yeah, Russell Wilson, passing wise is good. His mobility is just shocked.
Well, it could be worse. It could be Gardner Minshew.
If we play against teams with good pass rushes, they're going to eat Russell Wilson alive.
Oh yeah, they're going to eat Rodgers alive. What are you talking about? Rodgers got one good leg. But...
he can't be any worse than Russell Wilson, right?
Right.
Come on, man. Come on, Nate. Give me at least some hope.
Hey man, I'm a Lions fan, bro. I don't feel sorry for you at all, bro.
Come on, bro. I cheer for you all the time.
Try going 0-16 in life, man. then
0-16.
And just to be masked by Cleveland later on.
I witnessed a 5 in a 5-11 season before.
Yeah, your 5 wins better than we were. 0-16, bro.
And this is what's funny about everybody. They'll spaz out about, especially teams that have been to the Super Bowl. They'll spaz out every year about their team. I said, you guys haven't even come close to anything that the Lions have experienced.
Exactly.
So I don't hear none of your crying. I don't hear none of your crying.
It could be worse.
Oh, my God. You haven't won a Super Bowl in 5 years. Get the fuck out of here.
It could be worse. You could have been Brown fans.
Lion fans had it worse than Browns, dude.
Thank God for the Browns because they did just as bad as us. So.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think the Browns got you beat on losing season, right?
Well, they both went 0-16, so I guess we're kind of similar, yeah.
Like I'm not talking shit at all. I'm just saying because I like the Lions.
I'm just saying, man. I feel no sympathy for no teams.
I mean, like Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is like the third worst team in the NFL too, but they won a Super Bowl. They've been in a couple of Super Bowls, but they've been in Super Bowls. We're two teams. Cleveland and Detroit have been awful, and they haven't even smelled a Super Bowl. So
we probably won't. Damn it! As much as I want to say, we probably
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be bringing that bad karma in here. Nope.
Nope. After the Steelers lost the next week, I was even more sad when the Lions lost. I was pissed. I was like, "Come on, no Chiefs,
dude,
no Eagles."
Depression for like a month.
Yeah, I'm coping with that. Although I did reconcile. So I give a shout out to Sonia because she helped me out through that. I was like, yeah, I just can't. She was like, well, hey, you guys got a great team, blah blah blah. You can do it next year.
Sonia goes like, at least my Panthers made the Super Bowl. Oh.
Yeah. We've had conversations about that too. I said, yeah, at least you guys made the Super Bowl.
That's sad
because you're the youngest. You're one of the youngest teams in the league, and you still made the Super Bowl. We've been in here for like 500 years and ain't won it.
That's like salt in an open wound right there.
Yeah.
Stars might have won 6 Super Bowls, but I'm still greedy and I want more.
Oh,
There you
shut
go.
up.
That's what I'm saying. All you Super Bowl laden teams, you sit there and just talk a lot of crap. On,
Yeah.
oh my God,
Oh,
we
no,
didn't sign this
no.
person. No, we didn't
That
do this.
is Dallas fans, man. They brag about them 5 Super Bowls, like it's Christmas. You'll
That is
never
for
see
sure.
me go. You'll never see me come on here and say,
Hey,
"Oh, we
you
got
can't
6
brag
Super
about this
Bowls."
century. We're 25 years into this century and ain't won nothing.
You'll never see me brag about them Super Bowls. Like
The
I'm
Lions are
more
more
humble.
successful than they are.
Hey,
in
I
this
would
century.
brag about Super Bowls. Shit.
No,
That's an
no. I like
accomplishment.
I like to
mean-
stay humble. I like to stay
I mean,
humble.
I
I
get
don't
it.
like
I mean,
to.
but y'all are one of the most winningest franchises behind the fucking Niners and Cowboys. So I'd pop
Patriots.
my chest out. And Patriots, yeah, I forgot they do. And Chiefs. So I mean, I would pop my
Patriots.
chest out.
Fuck the Patriots, man. They cheated for theirs.
Yeah, that Tom Brady was a little cheater.
Well,
And,
you're lucky you don't have
I'm
Kevin.
gonna say
you don't
this
have
right
Kevin
now.
on here.
I'm gonna say this right now. Bill Belichick's overrated without Tom Brady.
That's what I'm saying. I've been saying
Yeah.
that. I've been saying that when he was playing. When they were
Quarterback
winning.
matter, man.
That dude's overrated without Tom Brady. You ever see his record
You either
without Tom
really
Brady?
have a really good quarterback,
Yeah.
or a great quarterback, or you have a bad quarterback.
If he's
I don't
so
think there's
good,
a
how come he
middle
couldn't win with the Browns?
Who?
He couldn't win with the Browns.
If
Nah,
he was
Belichick.
so good, how come he didn't win without Brady? After Brady left, Brady went right to Tampa Bay and won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, you see all these Patriot fans talking about, oh, we got Belichick. He can win with anybody.
To be fair, their two best players did go to Tampa Bay. With Gronk.
Patriot fan, you only and no, you can't even find a Patriot fan anymore.
They're still
Oh,
there.
you can't.
Yeah, no, they're probably Kansas City fans right now.
Drake May jerseys.
No, they're wearing Patrick Mahomes jerseys and shit.
Patrick Mahomes jerseys.
No, that fan base.
Is that what you do when the Steelers are out? You put on the Eagles shirt?
No, I hate the Eagles.
Don't say that to don't say that to Robbie.
Oh no. We hate we don't like Philly here. We don't do
Philly. Don't
Philly.
like them, and they don't like Philly.
So you didn't root
Even though I got family members that are Eagle fans.
I'm sorry to hear
that. Yeah, I told them. Yeah, but they brag about it all the time. I blocked all their numbers so they couldn't call me.
I mean, that's what happens when you have family that's in close proximity to your team. Like my cousin is a Chicago Bears fan.
Oh God, that's why
my dad.
No, that's not why I hate Chicago.
My dad's an Eagles fan. My dad was an Eagles fan.
I bet you heard a lot of shit.
God rest his soul, but no, he passed away last year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
God rest his soul, but he was an Eagles fan.
You can't say nothing anyway because you still had more Super Bowl rings than they have. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but he's well, my dad's side of the family all Eagle fans.
So you rooted for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, or the
no.
Eagles? Honest answer.
I was rooting for a meteor strike.
I was rooting for Kendrick Lamar. That's who I was rooting for.
Oh God.
I wasn't rooting for
if I had to root for a team, probably the Eagles because I didn't want Juju to get another ring.
What?
I hate Juju.
As much as you hate the Eagles, you were going to root for the Eagles? Oh, come on.
No, I can't. If I had to, but I wasn't rooting for either.
I would have rooted for the Chiefs. I don't want to see none of my rivals.
I think the only fan bases that were rooting for both of them was their own fan bases because there was nobody in this country wanted to see them.
I want my Super Bowl prediction was the Lions and Bills.
Thank you, Goff.
Lions and Bills.
Yeah. But I mean, even if the Bears or the Vikings or the Packers were in the Super Bowl, I would root for the other team. I will not root for my rivals to win a Super Bowl.
Philly fans don't deserve shit.
Exactly.
They don't even deserve a damn mop.
Annoying fan base.
They don't deserve a mop after they throw up after being so drunk. They don't deserve a mop to clean them with.
Did you see that chick throwing up at the Super Bowl party?
When they were jumping off the telephone poles on the news, I was like, I hope you break your neck.
Somebody died. Somebody died from that.
Because they're idiots.
They fell and died.
Yeah. The Eagle fans, and they're really tough when they're in groups.
Yeah.
catch them alone, and they get.
They hit Howie Roseman with a freaking beer. Like, dude, set your team up, and you hit him with a freaking beer.
Like last time, every time they come here to play the Steelers, there's constant fights at the stadium.
So Puka Nacua changed his number to 12.
Yeah, they booed Santa, man. Who the hell boos Santa?
Yeah, come on,
Philadelphia fans.
their hero is a fictional character,
Santa,
Rocky Balboa.
Rocky.
They put a Rocky statue. Like, come on. Like every time I see an Eagle fan, I run the Eagle fans all the time, and I'm like, come here, little brother. I'm like, sit down. I'm like, sit down right here, little brother. I'm like,
you're like that picture.
You're still
that picture that has the Eagle fan on your lap, right? And
I'm like, Yin's got Rocky Balboa. We have a statue of Mario Lemieux, a champion. And then I'm like, little brother, sit down, little brother. That's how you talk to an Eagle fan if you're from Pittsburgh. You just call him little brother.
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to end this show now. It's been great to have both of you. Nate, man, dude, thanks for taking some time out of your work day. Come on here, man. You know I appreciate you. You're my dog.
Yeah, man. I can come
you
on.
Got again. You got the Honolulu blue on, huh, man?
There you go.
Always.
All of them.
You got the Honolulu blue.
And then Robbie, man, I appreciate you too, brother. I wish Kevin could have been on here with you as well, because you know he's going to talk shit.
Kevin's my dog, man.
Yeah, Kevin, my road dog too.
Yeah, Kevin's my dog.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys for being on here. I appreciate everybody.
Nate too. Nate's my dog too.
Good seeing you,
Scar and Lorenzo and Dan and Andrew and Sonia was in here. Also Neil.
Hey, man, you got a lot of people.
Shout out to Bandit Sports. Yeah, did a good job.
Yeah, Bandit. I like Bandit. Like he's the reason why I watch the other podcasts when they do it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And shout out to Mike Johnson. He's also a Vikings fan. In fact, Nate, you know him. He's been on our show. Yeah, everybody, great. Thanks, guys. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna get this technical difficulty straightened out. But I know now I can stream to a couple other places. So if we don't get through on Huddle Sports, we can always do this every day at 2:00. So if you guys want to come on and keep coming on here, hey. More the merrier. Anybody, and then it goes for anybody out there too. I'll send you the link or whatever the case may be. It's always the same. We'll probably have Sonia be on here. She'll probably be on here in a couple of days. She's dealing with a toothache right now, so she's recovering from that.
Ooh, toothaches are worse.
Got a couple. Kevin probably be on here too. He's just got to get rid of the overtime.
All right, well,
that he's dealing with right now.
Yeah, I'll be on next time, B.
All right, you got the link. Just keep that link because that's the same link every time. So
we'll do. Take care, Matt Hatter.
All right, Nate. You have a good one, bro.
All right, bud. Later.
Adios, everybody. You have a good one. See you next time.
Yeah, I got to get my